Hi, I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies, and today I want to talk about the impacts of the coronavirus on my business. So if you're probably well aware of the coronavirus, I'm not even going to go into it, but it started to spread in Adelaide and basically panic struck. So I want to talk about my business as opposed to other businesses. I know a lot of other businesses in Adelaide, hospitality got closed, gyms got closed, restaurants got closed, bars got closed, all sporting venues are closed, pools are closed. So basically there's a whole heap of people out of work. But in these times, there's certain businesses which do really well, and archery is one of those. And you're going to say, why does archery do really well in these times? There's a couple of reasons. Well, at the moment we've got social isolation. So you're not meant to go out, you're not meant to be in groups, you're not meant to be going to parties, you're not meant to be going and associating with people, and you're meant to be spacing yourself 1.5 meters from people. And what this means is a lot of people are stuck at home. So if you're stuck at home, people are either watching TV or playing computer games, and this is where archery comes in. So a lot of people purchased archery gear with the thing that they're going to be stuck at home for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe even longer, maybe 3 months they're going to be stuck at home. So they're buying archery gear to basically shoot at home, to learn a new sport, and basically stock up, because a lot of people are panicking that there's going to be a shutdown and you're not going to be able to get stuff. So they're worried that the postal system will close down, and literally it's been a big buy. Then there's another group of customers who are going, well, actually the supermarkets are really hard to buy groceries at. There's no toilet paper. A lot of the groceries are out of the supermarkets. And as this becomes more serious, the ability to purchase food is going to be reduced. So there's a whole bunch of people now who are buying archery gear with a view of hunting. So there's been a whole bunch of people buying archery gear with a view of hunting. Then there's another group of people who are thinking, well, personal protection. So in Spain, apparently, I don't watch the news, apparently in Spain there's been mass lootings, shopping centres being emptied. So there's a whole bunch of people buying it for personal protection purposes. So basically it's been out for about 2 weeks now, the virus in our state. In that time, some of my days in here, I've had 30 people at once in the store, literally buying complete compound bow setup. So I had a PSE shipment in of, let's say, 50 bows. The whole lot of the shipments gone within 2 days. It's just record sales. My other store was, before the virus hit, was selling about $300 a day. So I'm not even covering the staff wage there. Then when the virus comes, they're selling like $8,000, $9,000 a day in archery gear. So it's been a huge flood. Now, on top of the walk-in customers basically buying archery gear and, buying 8 dozen arrows and buying whatever else they need, recurves, compounds, there's been a whole heap of internet orders. So like yesterday we processed about 100 orders. This is internet orders. And at the end of the day, I think we started the day at 150 and we finished with 110 left, even though we did 100. So what that means was we did 100 orders, and then 50 orders came in during the time while we're physically processing the orders. So there's a whole flood of orders in. There's phone calls, there's endless amounts of emails. So at the moment I've got a person just working full time just doing emails. There's not to mention the questions. I've got 154 questions to answer on products, and I've had a person answering questions on products. The phone does not stop, and we are literally throwing out heaps of things. Now, you're going to ask, so I've actually closed my retail store, and that's both stores, because I didn't want to get sick and my staff didn't want to get sick. And in this whole coronavirus thing, you're meant to keep isolation between yourself and other people of 1.5 meters. You've got to, there's a whole bunch of stuff you've got to do, like wash your hands, and we were just so busy we weren't being able to do that. So we did put, you'll see here the lines on the floor, we put tapes there and asked customers not to step in front of those lines. Now that didn't happen, so obviously customers stepped in front, and to coach people, it was obviously hard with the 1.5 meters to show them how to hold the bow and how to shoot, so that became really hard. So basically, and with 30 people in the store, we had problems of getting that isolation of the 1.5 meters, and it was just putting staff at risk. And at the time, the numbers of cases in South Australia was going up. At the moment, it's sort of dropping a bit, so it's making me feel better. And also, it was really hard to buy face masks. I do have them on order. Hand sanitizer was hard to get. So to me, it was just putting all my staff at risk, and I was like, it's not worth it. So we just closed the doors. Do I expect to be open again? Yes, I do. As soon as we've got enough precautions in place and my staff and customers and myself are feeling comfortable with the measures we have in place to stop the kind of contact. I mean, one of the problems with this virus, I'm telling you something you already know, is you actually don't know you're sick. So you could be going around giving it to everyone and not know you're sick. So that's one of the huge issues you have with this virus. So for us, you might look healthy and you may not be, and you may be giving it to everyone in my store. So we didn't want that. So what are we doing and how are we doing it? Now, I just want to show you some of the things. So behind us here, just here, this is where we do parcels when we get them sort of ready to send out. So this is just basically, that's 2 hours of parcels, and I don't know, guessing there's 50 parcels there that we did, and that's Friday afternoon. And then we'd put TNT over there. Fastway goes here in the corner. Fastway comes about 3 or 4 times a day and picks up from us. And what we've done is we've put a bench over here to stop customers walking into the store. So we intended to probably do pickups, but we've got 100 odd orders. So I mean, kind of my thinking at the moment, and today I did it with a couple of customers, they kind of just came to the door and I said, what do you want? And I basically kind of gave it to them, trying to keep that distance between me and the customer. And it was outdoors, so fresh air. Once again, trying to minimize contact between me, the customers, and the ability to split that gap. So that's what I'm trying to do, and I'd like to open up the other store again for that purpose. So when do I think I'm going to be open again? So I'm hoping face masks will come in next week. I'm hoping I can get that door open and probably show one person at a time, both, because at the moment there's a massive demand for archery gear. So I'm hoping to be able to do that, maybe just have one person doing that and the rest of the staff doing internet orders. Now you're probably going to say, why don't you just employ a whole bunch of more people to your store to get these orders out? It's not that easy, because you've got to know the product, you've got to know how to set up bows, you've got to know what all this product is here to be able to sell it. So, and that takes time. So it takes time to learn. And it's just not as simple as just getting someone off the street to come in and work in an archery shop. So I'm hoping to have that, and then I'm hoping maybe I'll do like appointments with Archery Mart where you book one person in an hour to come in there, and then that you can keep that social isolation. It's okay with one person, you can kind of keep a distance, but if you've got 2 people, it starts, and when you've got 20 people, it starts to become an issue. So I hope to open up Archery Mart again once we get masks and stuff, and depends how my staff feel about it. So I give it pretty much to them, and while I'm busy, while I've got heaps of orders, it's not such an issue. I do like to provide customer service to customers and teach them how to shoot and get them shooting well. So the whole internet thing for me is hard, because we have lots of problems with people not knowing how to shoot and all that with internet sales. So it's nice to be able to set them up, and buying the wrong gear via the internet. So with that, I just wanted to give you the update. So we are busy, and there's a lot of people like, when are you going to get to my order? Like, we do heaps of orders all the time, and we do shop orders as well. Like, a shop order may take half a day to do. So I get a phone call like from a shop going, when's my order going to go? That order takes half a day to physically do from start to finish, and in that time I can do maybe 20 other orders. So it's that whole balance versus one order versus 20 orders to get out the door. So that's what we're dealing with. So for me, the business is probably four times busier than normal with the same amount of staff that I normally have. I'm thinking I've got less staff. I don't know why I think that, but anyway, that's where we're at. So just stay safe, and I know it's going to be a time of immense pressure for lots of people who have businesses and who have jobs, and hopefully at the end of the day you're all safe and healthy. So I'm Stephen Ham from Archery Supplies, and hopefully you use this time to practice your archery even though you can't get to a shooting range to do it, and all the clubs are closed, which is disappointing for a lot of people. But yeah, stay safe. Thanks. Bye.